Let's take a few minutes to understand the power of A-Game with the medical director, Dr. Kamar Adeleke.
Hello, my name is Professor Kamar Adeleke. I'm the medical director for the company called Father's Time that produced a product called A-Game. What is A-Game? A-Game is a natural herbs that contains almost about 21 ingredients naturally made to help man. It's made for men. It has 4 constituents that it works on. One is that it has been shown, to increase vitality. When it increases vitality, this causes long-term and wellness in men. It has been shown to also improve energy. How does it do that? By reducing the so-called free radicals that tend to be caused by so many things like high blood pressure, diabetes, medical problems, poor lifestyles, and aging. By doing that, this increases the energy and it gives the man the energy that we need to be able to function. It's also been shown to improve the strength. It improves the strength by increasing the blood flow and oxygen to all the body organs and tissues. This way now we get more energy to be able to meet all our daily activities. Of interest though is the 4th function of this A-Game. It is by default. It turns out that it actually can improve the libido. As we know, as we all age, what happens? Our sexual functionality decreases. How does that? What happens? And that is mainly because of 2 things. One is because as we age, the testosterone production, which is the hormone that makes us manhood, decreases. As it decreases, this causes the decrease in causes erectile dysfunction. Now, the other thing that happens is that the blood flow to the private parts is reduced as we all age. So it turned out that the A-Game actually improved these 2 chemicals. It improved the testosterone production, and also because of 3 constituents in the A-Game out of the 21, improve the blood flow. This causes the blood flow, and that's the reason why when you take it, you kind of really feel the same way you see the little kid that wake up in the morning with a very good erection. So, how do you take the A-Game? Well, the A-Game is unlike all the other medications that you take for the erectile dysfunction. Remember now, it's not only just for that. It's for so many other benefits that are listed, which is vitality, energy, strength, and then of course the libido. So therefore now it's something you take on a monthly basis. You take it every 3rd day because of the half-life of the medication. So it's not something that you say, I wake up this morning, I just want to take it. You take it regularly. And so there will be 10 pills in a month out of 30 days. Now, what are the side effects that we have seen? Well, I've been involved with this now for about 3 years. I actually have not seen very much side effect. The only thing I know, and I've told so many people, is that because it's a vasodilator, it opens up your blood vessel. Because of that, it can drop the blood pressure. So I've seen people who are taking 2-3 medications for blood pressure, and then what happens? The need for that medication reduces because of this natural pill actually help with blood pressure. Well, in addition to that, I always also tell people who are taking medication for the heart disease, take for example nitrates, because we don't know the effect of that. I say you should consult your doctor. It is not that you cannot take it, but sometimes you probably want to consult your doctor so that they can see whether or not there's any need for it. Nonetheless, the A-Game is a very good natural pills that you can take that can really improve the manhood. So we truly recommend it. Thank you very much.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how's everyone doing today? What day is it? Wait, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's that. And I did forget what day it is. I had to look up at it to see what day it was. So, commercial. Kind of a commercial, kind of an infomercial. I know that we like the, bling bling for the ding ding and all of that type of stuff for the commercials. And they are funny. They're hilarious. I love them. But what you just saw was Dr. Adeleke, who is the chief medical officer for A-Game. And this is a man that has done tremendous work in the medical field. This is a man who teaches medicine. He's a professor, Dr. Adeleke, done open heart surgeries. This man is a consummate professional in the medical field who endorses and who understands why A-Game works the way that it does and why it is so effective for the overall health of men. Because we have to take a look sometimes at it from a more serious standpoint, because men's health is very important. A lot of black men suffer from hypertension. A lot of black men suffer from diabetes, kidney failure, heart issues, the usual gamut that takes our men out early. Okay? And so A-Game was formulated by Father's Time. But of course, you need supervision, right? And you need consultation from medical doctors, especially for something that people are going to ingest for their overall health. So what he was explaining was why A-Game works as effectively as it does. It's really a spark of life, right? Because our men do suffer. They suffer from poor lifestyles, poor eating habits. Okay, we talk a lot about women needing to lose weight, but there are a lot of men out there that have obesity issues, and they just have other health issues from bad diets, bad sleep habits, overwork, not really going to the doctor. We done talked about this stuff. Men don't like to go no dang on doctor. They get a headache and it's like, okay, if I take 2 Advil or 2 aspirin or whatever, I'm just going to keep going. And so this is why A-Game was formulated to begin with, because while we talk a lot about, the sexual aspect, the libido aspect of A-Game, the real facts of the matter is that it's about the vitality, the energy, and the strength of men by supplying more oxygen to your organs, more oxygen to your brain, more oxygen to your muscles. Those are the things that truly impact a man's overall health. Important to note, I always say there are no artificial ingredients in A-Game, and there aren't. There are 21 herbs, but it's also important to note that all 21 ingredients are active. So not only are there no artificial ingredients in A-Game, they're all active. Because you know how you read sometimes a bottle of whatever you taking, no matter if it's supposed to be a natural supplement or something like that, it'll have the active ingredients and then it'll have the inactive ingredients. You're trying to figure out what's with the inactive ingredients, the filler. A-Game doesn't have a filler. Every one of those herbs performs a function in the man's system, right? Which is why you only take it every 3 days. You can't take it every day. It'll overwhelm the body. So those herbs are like time released, right? To give the man that natural increase of his vitality, a natural increase of his energy, a natural increase of his strength, and a natural increase of his libido. That's why the libido is increased, because blood flow and oxygen to that organ as well as all of the others. So it's not a D pill, it's not a gas station pill, it's not a blue pill, it's not a Viagra, it's not any of that. It's not there to artificially attack that symptom. It's there to try to bring a man's body back to homeostasis, right? Back to equilibrium so that he can function properly, because we got a lot going on in this world. The pandemic was a huge one over the last couple of years. It's still going on. People are still concerned about it health wise. And just because that's going on didn't eliminate all of the other health issues that Black men actually face day to day. Right? So this is why we're talking about A game right now in the way that we're talking about it. Yeah, we'll go back to the funny commercials and, you know what I'm saying, Father's Time getting it in with Iron Man in the Iron Man suit, because we all know it's you, brother. We all know it's you. So we'll get back to those things, but we needed to cover in a more serious way, in a more factual way, what A game is and why A game is so critical to men's health, right? Bethshua, the only concern with it is A game is a vasodilator, right? So it does increase blood flow. It does increase blood flow. So if your husband is taking blood pressure medicine, which is a beta blocker to decrease the force of the blood going through his body, you might want to consult before. And like Dr. Michelle just said in the chat, give them a call. Give A game a call, customer service a call, and you can discuss it with them to see what the best course of action is for your husband. But thank you so much for being concerned about that, because I definitely understand where you're coming from, beloved. All right. So who want to get in with this cook? To get in with this cook. We about to cook today. Okay? Because the women of Foxhole had a lot to say about Kevin Samuels. You take it with a lot of water is what you do. Spider. Take it about 30 minutes to an hour before you eat anything. So you don't want to eat and then take it. You want to take it on an empty stomach. Wait maybe about 30 minutes if I've got that correct, and then drink you a bunch of water and then eat something. So you need the water, no less than 32 ounces every day. You need the water, because the water is what's going to flush those herbs through your system properly. If you don't drink the water, you might not feel quite as good as you need to feel after having taken it, because those herbs work. They're, like I said, all 21 of them are active. There are no inactive ingredients. Dr. Michelle says wait an hour to eat after taking A game. So you want to wait an hour. You want to drink a bunch of water. Drink the water. The men who are in the chat who take an A game can attest to that. Drink your water. Drink water. Water. Sophie said, did the man's laundry in the apartment complex for the first time. You made me love being a helpmate. Aww. You're not late. We not even haven't gotten started with the cook. But thank you, Sophie. I'm so glad you felt good doing that, because when they feel appreciated, they have a tendency to make us feel good about things that we do. All right. So we about to go ahead and cook. Okay. So I'm going to share video, fair use. I'm going to share video about what the ladies of Cocktails with Queens had to say. And if you know, okay, Claudia Jordan, Selena Johnson, Vivica Fox, and Lisa Ray are comprised of the panel of the show. Okay, so they give their opinions across the board for everything entertainment, any, popular news or anything like that. They give their opinions. Fine. But, and you can get your opinion on the legacy of Kevin Samuels. It's not like you can't say nothing about him because he's passed away. But the way black women talk about this man, black women in general, the ones who have taken to social media to make it known just how much they dislike this man, you would think he was in Atlanta a whole Jack the Ripper, just terrorizing black women all across the globe, all across the city, all across the internet. No, he wasn't. He was giving his opinion, and everybody see y'all dysfunction, so okay. No one's blind to what black women do. And you know what? Another thing I thought about before we get in with this cooking. Thank you, MS Delta. Thank you. I'm so sorry because I wasn't even looking at the super chats. Thank you so much. Said keep up your good work. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Urban Fire. And thank you once again, MS Delta Guy, Cocktails with Hyenas. Yeah, Cocktails with Back Feet. So, and I try not to just come for people, but what's Claudia Jordan famous for again? Because I literally forgot if I ever knew. The only one I recall doing anything that I liked is Selena Johnson's music. When she first came out, I am your woman, I am your woman, I am your woman. That was kind of the jam, Lisa Ray. I never did watch Players Club, beloved. I never watched Players Club. You understand me? And I don't know what other roles she has had of note. Vivica Fox. The last time I seen Vivica Fox in something that I actually liked, she was Vernita Green in Kill Bill. Wasn't that about 2002? And the only reason I was impressed with it is because I didn't think Vivica could pull off an action role and look believable fighting, but she did. She actually did. Quentin Tarantino was the only person got good acting out of Vivica. Listen, my sister says she dodged all of the Lifetime movies that have Vivica in them. How you ain't doing justice to a Lifetime movie? Girl, boop. Try to, 50 Cent didn't want nothing to do with you. Okay. So we really sitting somewhere mad at Kevin Samuels like he was really doing something to somebody that didn't want it done. Because remember, these was grown women calling into his show. He wasn't dealing with no children. He was dealing with grown women, be they young or old. He was dealing with grown women 18 and over, was calling his show on a consistent basis to hear what he had to say. But without further ado, let's go ahead. I'm going to share the screen because they started out talking about poor Marlon Wayans couldn't even make a little statement, you know, about Kevin Samuels passing away. They had something to say about Marlon. Y'all just going to have to listen. It's the whole show, but I'm not going to play all of that. Only the first like 13 minutes they're talking about Kevin Samuels and his legacy. So, let's take a look. All right.
Everybody, it's your girl Claudia Jordan. Welcome to Cocktails with the Queens. I am back with my girls, Vivica A. Fox. Yes. Lisa Ray. Hi. Chambella and Selena Johnson. Hello, everyone. Hey, pretty ladies. We're going to be dishing about everything trending in the news and in the world of social media. And later on the show, we'll be shining a spotlight on Mental Health Awareness Month with best-selling author and pastor Teray Roberts, who will talk about the importance of finding balance in our lives. Lord knows some of us needs it. Amen, amen. Let the church say amen. All right, ladies, let's get into it. What y'all beautiful ladies drinking tonight? Third grade hair. Won't let me be great. It won't let me look. Well, it looks really good. Hey, Kit Kat. He's in my lap. Okay. Him or hate him, he spoke his truth. We can.
Now, this is what Marlon wrote. This was on Facebook. Marlon wrote, love him or hate him, he spoke his truth. We can view truth as hate, but sometimes his bold medicine didn't taste so sweet. And if you hate it, why tune in? Why call in? Because healing comes in many forms. His was some nasty tasting medicine. There's no right and wrong in this love. There's just discovery. Thank you for those you healed, and we forgive you if there were any damages because we know your intention was to heal. And honestly, you was hilarious. In this moment, I pray for you and your family and all those you've healed that can't call into your show. I hope you can heal more and reach more in heaven. Rest well. Appreciate you trying to hold on and express masculinity. Now, they didn't read the whole thing. They just read the part they wanted to talk about. But Marlon said some real stuff, and he was politically correct about it. He didn't step on nobody's toes. He gave a very diplomatic statement on social media about the passing of a person he probably was watching, because that's how you know that Kevin was funny. And Kevin was funny. And once you got him kind of loose on his show, you saw his personality. So he would be hilarious. That whole dun, 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 playing taps. Listen, him playing taps and then giving a salute. Listen, y'all know that was hilarious. Kevin was funny. Okay, so here we go.
View truth as hate, but sometimes his bold medicine didn't taste so sweet. And if you hate it, why tune in? Why call in? Because healing comes in many forms. His was some nasty ass tasting medicine. He continued with, there's no right and wrong in this love, S-H-I-T. There's just discovery. And thank you for those you've healed. And we forgive you if there are any damages because we know your intentions were to heal. Ladies, weird thoughts on Marlon's pose, and were you shocked when you heard about Kevin Samuel's death? Vivica, let's start with you because you seem to be having quite a reaction to this.
Well, me and Lisa Ray both had the whole side eye, like, what the hell? Is he kidding me? Healing? Healthy? This man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, you're no good and disposable.
Not quite, not so fast, Vivica. Not so fast. Okay? Not so fast. He said if you were 38 and had never been married, you were a leftover woman. Likely something's going on with you that hasn't allowed you to be chosen for marriage. Let me come back to y'all real quick. Before I continue on, before I let that continue, let me come back to that. Let me come back to y'all for a minute. Not so fast. He said you was left over. Okay? Are y'all unable to hear me? Are you able to hear me? I'm low. On the Fox? Okay. The video is low. Okay. All right. Thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. So let's get back to that little statement. He said you were left over. Was it a lie? If you make it to 38, 39, 40 and above, and no man has ever taken you seriously, no man has ever taken you seriously enough to choose you for a marriage, there is something going on with you, beloved. It's something happening with you. That's all. That's all it is. It's something happening with you that's running men off, or you're not attracting the type of men. It's something going on with you. Now, that don't mean you got to be a horrific kind of person, but what it does mean is there's something that you must look into as a woman as to why all of those years have gone by and you have not settled on any man. And no man has chosen you. No man has chosen you. It was his choice of words, his phrasing, you're left over. See, what people didn't really understand is one of the things that Kevin was doing was he was trying to shock you. He was trying to shake black women. He was trying to shake you by using terminology that would make you be like, what, to jar you. He was trying to jar you. He was trying to. He was trying to get you triggered so you look at it. He was trying to get you triggered so you could see it. The first step, they was like, oh, it's healing. Yeah, healing. The first step to healing is admitting that there's a problem that needs to be healed. And that's the step that black women don't never like to take. They never like to take that step. Baby girl, beloved, it is something wrong with the way black women have carried themselves collectively over the past 60 years or so. Something wrong. And the sooner we can admit that, the sooner we can diagnose exactly what's going on with us so that we can fix it. If indeed we want to fix it. Black women are all over social media expressing their dysfunction and saying that it's not dysfunctional. And it is. It's dysfunctional. Black women as a whole, as a collective, we are dysfunctional. We have been, as much as you don't want to hear it, we have been the bane of the black community's existence. And we have been the reason why we're failing as of recent decades. Black women, because we got a mindset that is not conducive to family raising. We got a mindset that is not conducive to marriages and healthy, long-lasting relationships. We got a mindset that's not conducive to raising children properly. We got a mindset that's all about me, and anything that don't serve me gotta go. That go for children, that go for husbands, that go for mamas and daddies, that go for everybody. If I'm not being served to my highest selfishness, then it's like, it's whatever. We got exit strategies all over the place, how to get out of all kinds of relationships and the accountability of those relationships. Come on. That's the first path to healing. It's to recognize that I'm being problematic. All that Kevin Samuels, see, don't make me pull out all his points. Listen, we'll have a whole bunch of live streams taking his message point to point to point. Because while he did what he did, Kevin said what he said. Thank you, Red, White, and Blue. Said the mic sounds amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it audibly. Brings me peace of mind. Trust me. Don't make me do that. Don't make me go point to point to point. Y'all want me to go point to point to point? Because I understand the assignment. And see, thank you, Miss Chantel. While I don't have to do what Kevin Samuels did, because he had the patience of Job. You understand me? The patience of Job. Because it's a couple of them hyenas I'd have hung up on real quick. They'd have been like, ooh, Crimson Kid, she don't play no game. I sure don't, because you're not going to enter that foolishness into my energy space. You ain't going to have me flustered. You know what? I'll go point to point. Yes, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We go point to point on Kevin's message. Because now we got to evolve it. Now it's got to go further. Ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody playing no more. But I am well past my commercial break. So let me hit this commercial break and I will be right back, and then we can get back to this cook, okay? All right.
Hey guys, this is Spanky Hayes, and I want to say something, whether it's comedy, acting, or just in general real life. I use my A game. I gotta have the A game. I pack it in every pocket. I got one pill in every pocket. And every pair of pants I got. Listen, entertaining y'all is hard sometimes. I gotta fly to Dallas, then to Denver, then to New York, then to LA, then to Detroit. Come on, man. That tires me out. I just take the A game now. I don't have that problem no more. I usually barely don't sleep because I'm entertaining y'all. I'm in the studio all night with the A game. And trust me, when I come home from the studio, my woman gets to feel the real pleasure of the A game. You see, I'm smiling. Watch this. Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
Guess what I just took? What? A game, A game, A game, A game. I'm gonna meet you upstairs, all right?
Oh, okay.
He got one pill in their pocket. Because every thug needs some A game. Yeah. Y'all know. Y'all listen, don't get me started. Anyway, thank you all for the super chats and the love. Thank you, Devon Pendleton. Said, yes, go point to point. Well, I will. I'm going to bring out some points that he was making. We going to talk about it. Thank you once again, MS Delta guy. Said, hit dog and holler, hit hyena will holler, and cocktails with the queens will holler. Yes. That they was too upset about it, wasn't they? Thank you, Gregory Scotland. Said, what many of these black women are showing black men is vicious. They are giving us a glimpse of the difference between a good woman and a vile malcontent. Ladies, we're listening, watching, and taking notes. Exactly. Thank you, Lee Ali. Said, get them. Philip, thank you. Philip said, why don't they blame the 500 females who called in and gave them material? The Borg is real, y'all. Yes. And thank you, Miss Lex. I love your nails. Thank you, sweetheart. Listen, I'm telling y'all what I do with my nails. Thank you, Black Engine. Said, apart they miss is most of us men have dated leftover women and realized during the relationship leftovers are only bad when they spoil. Yes. I'm gonna tell you what I do with my nails. I don't even go to the shop. I do not go to the shop. Listen what I did. I bought, these are press-ons. I went to Amazon. I bought a 500 pack. I bought 2 of them. 500 pack of ballerina cuts because I like ballerinas. Ballerina cut nails. They were the perfect length, so I don't really cut them down, so I don't have to reshape them or anything like that. And because they're about the length, they're longer than my nail, but not by a whole lot. And then I bought a gel nail set, beloved, a gel nails. The brand was Beatles. They're actually really, really good. And they send you the whole thing. They send you the UV lamp and a whole bunch of, nail colors and, all the things that you need to get your nails. Now, they top coat is okay. They send you a matte and a gloss. They top coat okay, but I use the top coat that they use in the shops, that DNC or whatever it's called. I use that top coat because that's like the best top coat. And that's how I do my nails. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Listen. Thank you, Motown Hemi. Said, Crimson, your work is very much needed and appreciated, sister. There are a lot of us black men doing the work to try and rebuild the community, but it gets hard because many seem not to want it, but I'll keep at it. Thank you so much. And that effort is so well needed and well appreciated, Motown, for you and all the black men who participate. Thank you, Ed Davey. So I'm going to go back to it, and I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it clearly, and a 2 if it's too low. I'm gonna crank it all the way up, and then we're gonna see if you guys can hear the audio. Okay.
Chop chop. And, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Oh, yes. Here you go. Lisa Ray, we gotta go to you next.
That he killed over real quick. Y'all hear how they talk about people? I got it all the way cranked up to the maximum. So I'm not quite sure how to get it louder for you guys. So I got it cranked. So my apologies that the audio is still a little low. I do apologize for that. We're going to try to play it because you really do need to hear it. So let's see. Then she said karma. What karma? He was a hypocrite. How? I got to come back to y'all. I got to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. We're going to get back over there. Thank you, Gregory Wilson. I'm a new subscriber, and I'm loving your content. Thank you for being you. Thank you so much. At 35 and under, a butcher cuts to kill, but Kevin, like a master physician, cuts to heal. Thank you so, so much. So, once again, I apologize if it's too low. I really do. But let me come back to the karma and the hypocrite piece. I don't think that Kevin was a hypocrite. People want to say he was hypocritical because he had 2 failed marriages. But a lot of times those failures teach you so much. Especially, thank you, Joseph, especially if you learned something. Thank you, Wiggy Wheel. So her karma comes every time she look in the mirror. especially if you learned something from the failure, because failure can sometimes teach you more than a success can. Failure, if you learn from it, if you take from a failure what you supposed to take from a failure, a lot of times it will teach you more than a success will teach you. And at minimum, it'll teach you something different than a success will teach you. This is why a lot of times businessmen will tell you, and there are some businessmen in the chat will tell you, the failure is a success too. You learn from that so that you can have the success. You go into it, it failed, you figure out what happened, and then you fix it, and then you come back and you do it correctly. So if he had 2 marriages that ended in divorce, then he must have learned something about those relationships and himself in those relationships, and then do the work so that he can tell other people how to do that work. It's just like sometimes, okay, you can have 2 different personal trainers to lose weight. We'll take a weight loss journey, okay? Some personal trainers have never been fat. Some personal trainers have never been fat. So, and they've always been in shape. So you can't, so the personal trainer that's never been out of shape, that's never been fat, doesn't understand the struggle of a fat person. Why you get fat, why you overeat, why you eat the wrong things, why do you eat unhealthily. They don't understand the mentality and the psychology behind why you do that. Thank you, Eugene Steele. Right? And it's nothing wrong with that personal trainer because they actually understand fitness. That's what they understand, how to be fit. They understand that part. And then there's the personal trainer that was fat. Had to go on a weight loss journey. Figured out health and wellness and fitness. And now when they train somebody and that person is overweight and out of shape, they can give them the fitness, but they understand the psychology of the overweight person. Why you eating like that? Why are you eating all these unhealthy foods? Why don't you like to drink no water? Why are you craving like this and eating like this? They understand the struggle of being fat and then getting healthy. Now, nothing wrong with either of those types of personal trainers. Nothing. But can you say that the personal trainer who was fat before is failed and they can't tell you nothing about health and training? Because, well, you was fat. You was fat just 5 years ago. So how you going to tell me about fitness? Yeah, but I ain't fat now and you are. So I think I know a little something about what to do to lose some weight. You still struggling with it, aren't you? Thank you again, Miss Chantel. You still struggling with it. So I think I can tell you 1 or 2 things about the type of healing you need, not only physically, but mentally, psychologically, the type of healing that you need. Thank you, VBN. Said, get them, bring it out. Many marriages have failed. They just haven't ended yet. For example, Will and Jada. Exactly. The people shout, right. So you can say, oh, well, he had failed relationships. Were all of his relationships a failure? We don't know that. And he was transparent enough to say, yeah, these marriages that I had ended in divorce. There were a lot of problems in the relationships. And I never heard him just say it was all the women's fault either. He held accountability for his role in the dissolution of those marriages. And all you can do is be transparent. Nobody is perfect. No, there's no perfection. Because people would be able to say, well, Crimson Cure, you're a hypocrite because you talk about masculine women, but we can go back in the archives of YouTube and find you being masculine. That's why I didn't take the videos down. Thank you to Cisco. That's why I didn't take them down. Because I wanted people to see the evolution. To let women know that the evolution is possible. It's not something that's so out of reach that you can't do it. That's why I can talk about the differences between a masculine woman and a feminine woman, because I've spent time doing both. I can talk about the trauma that you go through growing up a certain way under a hyena, because I grew up under a hyena. I can talk about the pathologies of women because I've had and struggled with some of them pathologies. I can talk about the chaos of women because I'm a woman and I go into chaos sometimes. So I can talk about all of that. That don't make me a hypocrite. A hypocrite is somebody say, well, you know, I've always been perfect, so y'all need to get with the program. No. I ain't never told nobody, well, I'm perfect and all y'all should be like me. No. What I am saying is that we need to strive for excellence through the 10 life value system. That's what I'm saying. But we can go back.
I want to hear what you got to say about this one.
You know what? I will say this. I like Marlon's response a little bit, half of it, because it was very grown up. And it was very in the middle-ish because he wanted to pay homage to him. And at the same time, give him an excuse and an out to be able to say, well, maybe his truth helped some people. It was a little brash, but hey, that was his way. We do know for sure and certain that social media made him this breakout, you know, social Instagram famous person, you know what I mean? But I agree with Vivica. I think that sometimes when you are trying to help, it got to come in a kind of way, because we're your kind. We are your type, meaning we're black, you know what I mean? And we are family, you know what I mean? So when you talk to us, because we as a race have been through so much, and you know, it's almost like talking to us like this does not help us even listen and hear you. I didn't really follow him.
You know what? I thought, speaking of hypocrites, y'all. Speaking of hypocrites. Now all y'all together. Tell Ice Cube that. Tell Ice Cube that you was all one. Because when Ice Cube said everybody was all one thing, y'all said no. What's in it for black women? Now, when the critique is about black women, now we all is together and we family. We are family. Cause I got all my hyenas in me. Like, okay, now we family. But when Ice Cube came on there and he was like, and y'all was like, well, what's in it for black women? He was like, well, we all black. It's for everybody. No. He was like, well, aren't you black? No. Y'all straight up chorused and said no. Y'all could have been a choir. No. Y'all was like, no. Actually, we not. So who's a hypocrite, Lisa Ray? Let's talk about this little tone thing. You got to talk to us, you know, kind. No, you don't. No, nobody got to talk to you kind. Because I remember when you was on Iyanla's show, you didn't want to hear nothing Iyanla was talking about, and she was talking nice and respectful to you. Boop, 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 boop. I remember you on Iyanla Fix My Life. And Sister Iyanla, Auntie Iyanla, was trying to tell you what was going on and the things that you needed to see and things that you needed to understand about the issues that you came to her about. And you didn't want to hear it. You was mad. And Miss Iyanla don't do nothing but talk straight to you. That's all she do. All she do is talk straight. She just don't allow you to disrespect her. Thank you, 9X Leo King said we only family when they mess up or need something right. Thank you so much once again. MS Delta said bring the receipts. That's what y'all was on. I went, So I thought that was ridiculous. We've been trying for the longest, for the last 30, 40 years, to get through to black women. And y'all don't never want to hear nothing about what y'all is doing. Y'all don't never want to hear it. Anyway. We'll let them talk. This all Kevin was doing, by the way. Let's let you talk.
And I didn't really watch him a lot because when I did sometime, I liked the way he looked. You know what I mean? But then when I turned the volume up, I kept turning it down. You know what I mean? He just looked debonair and he looked like, oh, okay, let me listen to the brother. But once I did not like all of the, commentary that he had to say. Mm-hmm. So, absolutely, rest in peace. It was sudden. We didn't expect it. And, I don't wish this on anyone, and my condolences to his family.
All right. Good points. Good points, Lisa Ray. And Selena, gotta hear from you. What you think?
Okay, so first of all, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I don't want to speak negatively on the deceased, but let's just be honest. Kevin Samuels consistently shook the table, okay? And I feel like the word healing is the fool in a way, because I think, I'm just, rest in peace. But that's the fool. To say healing is the fool. I think that he was more, his words were more traumatizing, yes, as opposed to healing. I don't think that anything that he said invoked healing. Now, maybe opened up some eyes, enlightened, yes. Again, shook the table, yes. Started conversations, yes. But healing, I would not use that word. And I think I have to agree with Lisa Ray on this too, because I think that, maybe Marlon was just trying to, find some light in this dark tunnel. But it's unfortunate how he passed. I hate that he did, even though I did not like the things that he said at all. And I am in my Lisa Ray voice at all. Mm-hmm. I do understand where Marlon is trying to come from, but the word healing is a bit much and could possibly be kind of offensive in a way, because, to the women who were actually on his show and he spoke those words, he spewed that venom towards, I don't think that they would think that they were healed when they left the show.
Let me help you stop the cap. We're going to help you stop the cap. We're going to help you stop the cap, beloved. Okay. Selena. You a Chicago chick. Selena, Miss Johnson. Mrs. Johnson. Stop the cap, beloved. It is healing. When you start a conversation that needs to be started, when you shake somebody out of a stupor, that they may or may not realize that they are in. This is what Kevin was doing. Black women were calling up to this man's show consistently. And they were having high demands for the type of men that these women wanted. The only problem with the women was that they had not understood who they were and what they were and how the world saw them. Black women have historically not been interested in how the world perceives us. We want to try to shape the people's perception of us in ways that fit us and fit our narrative and make us feel better about the foolishness that we get into. Oh, we hurt, oh, we this. If you hurt, heal. Fix it. Fix it. Kevin was constantly asking women, have you gone to a therapist? Have you seen someone? Have you sought out professionals for the trauma and the bitterness that you are displaying right now? Because you have made some very detrimental decisions and they have had horrific outcomes in your life. And you need to take several steps back so that you can actually see what you have been doing to help these bad outcomes along. You are not, black women are not, I know y'all want to be so bad. Y'all want to be the innocent bystanders in y'all own life where things just happen to you and you don't really have a say so in none of the stuff. Life just happened to you. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Nobody. Your appearance value matters. And for all four of you to have been in entertainment in some way, shape, form, or fashion in your adult life, you should know that better than anybody, that your appearance value, how people perceive you, has a lot to do and can affect you in many different ways, from your personal life to your professional life. And black women as a whole, as a collective, do not have good appearance value. And that isn't because somebody else is making it so. That's because black women present themselves in such a lackluster, unappealing, disgusting kind of way. And that's what helps people make assumptions and stereotypes and all of this other type of stuff about black women. It's not good. So y'all should be understanding about the appearance. He was trying to let black women know a lot of y'all are trash, and a lot of black women are trash. Carry yourself like trash. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. And for those who that don't apply to, I don't need, like I said yesterday, I don't need good women getting offended on behalf of hyenas. I don't need that. That's why the question came up. What do you bring to the table? What value are you bringing to the relationships that you want and that you say you trying to get in and trying to be in and trying to get taken care of, and you're trying to do this and trying to do that? So what value, in essence, what do the men get for being with you? What do they get? Your attitude and disrespect is not desirable. And that's what a lot of black women got for men. That's what you got for them. Come get me, come cover me with your provision, your problem solving, your protection, and your procreation, and I give you nothing in return, and you better like it. You better like it. Y'all just want somebody to kiss y'all butt. That's all it is. That's all black women want. Somebody to kiss your butt and say little buzzwords to you, make you feel like you learned something. You know, and we gotta heal, sisters. You know, you like the way that sound. But what you don't like is the process of the healing. Who told y'all it was gonna be easy or likable? You know, we gotta be better, but you don't like the process of being better. You don't like the process of what you got to do to actually be better. Y'all are a deplorable group of human beings. Black women do not make good showings of themselves, because I do not remember the last black woman to die that black men rejoiced over. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody correct me. Somebody remind me if black men had the same reaction at any black woman's death like black women are having over Kevin Samuels, or like they had over Kobe Bryant. Because I don't remember an outpouring of black men saying, oh yeah, we glad she's gone. None that I can recall. I didn't even hear black men rejoicing over Bell Hooks, and she has some of the most damaging influence on black women in terms of feminism in recent modern history. And I didn't see a gaggle of black men taken to social media to say how much they hated that woman. Because if it had been like that, black women would have been in an uproar. I'm not going to finish playing that clip, but there was another point in it that I thought was a little bit of jealousy on Lisa Ray's part. Mad at Kevin because his net worth was like $3 or $4 million. You know, and these Instagram, YouTube celebrities, blah, 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 blah. And he wasn't no high value man and da, 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 da. So if being a millionaire is not high value, what is? Especially in y'all world. Especially in the American nightmare world. The lost value system world, yeah, especially over there. They make this little money off of the internet. Yeah. Yeah. We do. And where you at right now on the internet? Sitting on a YouTube platform, boop. Talking outside of your neck, boop. You ain't no better than any other YouTube content creator, boop. And you not even on your own channel, you on a network channel, boop. How much of a stipend they giving you for being on that panel, boop, boop. I make all my coin from YouTube myself, boop. Boop, boop, boop. You splitting coins with Foxhole and everybody else on your panel. Boop. You don't know how much Foxhole is making them off the back end analytics of that video. Boop. And you still got to report it to the IRS. Boop, boop, boop. Y'all ain't the only one know how a dollar work. Boop. Thank you again, MS Delta. Guess said, boo. I'm sorry for all of those super chats I missed. I know I missed some super chats, and I do apologize. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. So don't nobody want to hear the little has-beens. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Said, cook 'em, DJ Fish Grease. Woo! You know it. You know it. Sitting up there probably getting a little W-2. I hope at least you're getting a 1099. Thank you, Mikhail. Say you got to use a fan when you boot. Boop, boop, boop. You don't know how much Fox Soul is making off of these videos. They cut you that little piece. Boop. Is you even allowed to look into the back end analytics of the channel? Do you even get admin? You know what the word I'm trying to say. You even got administrative access to the back end of the channel that you're working for. Farouk said they doing a 1040 easy every year. You know, what kind of tax form is you filing for YouTube content creator of a channel that you don't necessarily run? Well, I wonder what kind of tax paper that is. Oh. Y'all knew not to come play with me today. Y'all knew not to come play with me today. He a hypocrite. Girl, if you don't knock it off, Players Club was your highest grossing acting job. But girl, and Vivica, the last time I seen you, you was in Sharknado. A little stupid movie used to come on Sci-Fi Channel. Girl, if you don't knock it off. If you don't knock it off. These little Z-listing actors. At least I can go on Pandora and find Selena song. Thank you to Spook that sat by the door. Thank you, Mecca. Listen. I'm done. We done kicking. Zoop, just zip up the hyena bag. Zoop, done. Stick a fork in them, they done. They just mad because they was the women that Kevin was talking about. Them mad, bitter Gen X women that ruined the younger generation with that foolishness. That's them. That's them. They mad. They mad at that. It's okay. If you mad, just say that, sis. If you a bitter Gen Xer, just say that, sis. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, J10. But I tell you what, we not going to be mad at. We not going to be mad at no A-game. 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 We ain't going to be mad at no A-game. Because A-game is, first of all, A-game is the truth. A-game is also the spark of life that our brothers need to get back to homeostasis in their health, their overall health. You need it. It doesn't matter. Listen, you can be in college. You need it for the mental stimulation, your focus, right? If you're a person and work out all the time, this will give you a boost of strength by providing all of the oxygen that you need to come to your muscles. Okay? If you're having a little bit of trouble in the bedroom with your wife and it's, this is what you need, right? And just the vitality throughout the day. Thank you, Miss Mona. Thank you, Mr. Rail. Thank you so much. This is what you need. You need some A-Game. You take it once every 3 days. That is how potent 21 active herbs are. There are no inactive ingredients and no artificial ingredients either. So in order to become part of the A-Game family, which I know that's what you want to do, you've been waiting on me to tell you how to do it, and how you do it is you click on the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com, and do not forget your code Kendra10 to get a 10% discount off of your next purchase. This is a 5-star product with a 5-star customer service. You will not get a product like this on the market, and you will not get better service. You understand that? Definitely. So I want to also thank everyone for coming through. We got 1,500, almost 1,600 people. Thank you so much. All of the wonderful people. We got 1188 that hit the like button. So I'm so happy. I'm so glad you guys came to talk to me, and all of the wonderful and well appreciated super chats, PayPals, and Cash Apps. Thank you so much, everybody. And last but certainly not least, a very warm thank you to my support team, without which I cannot come get you this fire content. Do you understand? Okay. So I am going to wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the